Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and I'm sitting here and I'm still building on this. Kyle Brown? Let me take a look. Suggested that we call the ship, yeah, Kyle Brown suggested that we call the ship Aardvark, and that's an, I don't know which part of Africa, but it's an African animal that looks a bit like a crossing out of a don't know, how are these, armadillo and a piglet, a small pig. In in German they are small pigs, young pigs, are they called piglets? Or is that a different thing? Because we call them Erdferkel, and that means, yeah, young earth. The literal translation would be earth piglet, something like that. I'm not sure if this is a good name for this ship, although I see the resemblance of the aardvark has this long elongated snout. I think it's somewhat related to an anteater, and I can see the resemblance, but I'm not sure if that's a really good name for it. At the moment, I'm preparing it to go out so that we can save the station. And if we still have time, then we might do a test if we can get this thing to land on the planet. That would be neat if it's powerful enough to do that. Okay, let me grab some things. We should load it up with materials so that it is kind of realistic to see how much we can carry on it. At the moment it is still called B. Again, the decision is not done by now. I kind of like the name Aardvark, but on the other hand, I don't know if it's so fitting. Not sure. It will be fine, I think. We will see. 400. What else do we need? We need some thruster components. Definitely. Steel plates. I would say just 3,000 just to carry some with us. Some interior plates, also 2,000. I want to put weight on it so that it's a realistic flight with it. Some of these. 600 of these. We have to keep the mass in mind. That's a bit of a thing we should do. Otherwise, we might run into problems there. Some displays are always good. And maybe some metal grid. This is also pretty weighty. I think the rest is not really needed. We need it for gyroscopes. Let us take a look. What was that? Man. In the last time I get hurt more often now. But it gives us a good that's a good point to then store up on energy and all that stuff. Let us take a look. Control production. Let us go to this one and then see what a gyroscope needs and a small thruster. If you see it, then scream stop immediately. That will definitely not help me. Oh, okay, we don't see the parts, we just see Okay, then we have to go in here. Components required. Small ship, large ship. Steel tubes, construction, steel plates, good. We have that. Metal grid, we have that too. And thrusters, the small ones. Large iron thrusters. Okay, large ship. Thruster components, 80. Do I have enough? I'm not sure if I have enough. We should maybe pack some more. This is always difficult. I need a way to stabilize the ship in orbit and to maneuver it around a bit. Yeah, see, that's not enough. We will put some more of them on here and just say 400 more. The good thing is we have a lot of stuff now with us, and still we don't have even filled up one cargo container. Okay, let's be careful with everything, and then we go out and see what happens. I want to have some more of these. For some reason, a lot of stuff really needs the tubes. I'm not sure. No. 800. I wanted to put. Let us just take 2000. Okay, we might have everything now and should go out there. I ran into the same problem that I always run with new ships, that at one point I kind of start to not know how to work on it anymore. I need to do something with the backside here. You can see that that's a bit bland at the moment, and I need a good way for landing gear or something like that. This might be too narrow, and I might want to do some work in this diagonal or something like that. This is the moment it looks so sleek, but on the other hand, it's so weird. I like the style of these ships. I like the with the vector thrust ships. I like that when the nacelles are up top. So I don't want to have them in the middle of the ship somewhere. I want to have them hanging. The ship needs to feel like if it is hanging below the wings, if the thrusters really are on the main structure, and then everything hangs below this axis. Basically, it's weird to describe that, but that's the look I'm going for. Okay, let us decouple. Turn on this, turn on the thrusters, then get away. Is it maybe a bit too loud? I'm using a new headphone that I got, and I'm using it to listen to the audio. So you will have to tell me if it's now too... Ooh, I thought the planet was gone again. You will have to tell me if it's not loud enough now. I usually have the sound pretty low because the... Okay, let us go, and we will use the cruise mode so that I can speed up and then keep going into that direction. You will have to tell me if it's not loud enough right now. The headphones I got so for communicating with other people and not having to use my speakers and all that stuff. And I'm not a big fan of the usual earbuds. My ears are not made for them, so I got me a pair of headphones. Good. Okay, let me go over there and then we do something about the station, and then we might try to land on the planet. Maneuvering to it, I hope that it didn't, no, it's still there. One thing I noticed is that if you use the cruise mode, the thrusters stay on, so they are then still activated, and that uses up hydrogen. So if you turn off the, oh, it started already, nice. If you turn off the cruise mode, just use the dampeners, the turned off dampeners, then you have the benefit of not using up thruster or not thrusters, hydrogen while you are flying. So keep that in mind. Maybe maybe that's a thing. Okay, this works. And now when the gyro is done, we can maneuver it back into place and hopefully anchor it. We will see if the anchoring works now. I'm not sure how the whole thing happens. Okay. Because again, I have activated the options so that stations stay just in place when, oh, okay, yeah, do that too. That stations just stay in place when I set a block into space. And again, this thing was solid, but after reloading, it seems that it lost the ability to just stay in place. So, okay, let us see, that's what I meant by having problems with the gyroscopes. The gyroscope power for me is at the moment really too, most of the time really too high. The gyroscopes just twist and turn and don't stop where I want them to stop. The precision is a bit off, in my opinion. Don't I have anything? No, I don't. Oh, I hope I have packed enough stuff so that I can have some forward thrusters here. But I think I have enough stuff with me. Okay, you. Is this one close enough? It is. Good. Okay, nice. That worked out. Let us do one thing. I want to maneuver the middle over the comm signals down there, because the comm signals are the station and the whole thing. I have to be, the station is not completely in the middle. The antenna is a bit off to the side, so that hopefully works out now. Okay, I will convert it here. I want to convert this into a station. Then we will log out, or I will log out. Converts this ship to a station. Ship has to be stationary in order to convert it to a station. Both angular and linear velocity have to be 0. That's the case. Stations are more performance friendly. I know that. That's why I'm using them. Ship to a station is possible in planet's gravity, but it will be converted to a ship in the in the moment of station being split and not in voxel. Yeah, but it's not in gravity. So now it's locked. I can do what I want here. I will get out. And this hopefully works out. The good thing is now, if I for some reason decide to at one point make something like a lift or something, I can still maneuver it into a different place, anchor it there again. Good. Let me do the logging out and seeing what happens after the login. So I restarted the game. Let us see what happens now. If it is... No, it's not moving. Maybe I messed up there? I'm not sure. I'm absolutely not sure, because the whole thing about the... I took a look at the options there. So unsupported stations, what it says is that the whole thing, if I cut it in two, will not lose. So the one part that I cut loose will not lose the station attribute, basically. And then there is the convert to station option. So maybe there is no real option anymore to have to just place a block somewhere and then it automatically goes into a station. But when I tested it, it was stationary. So what's up there, people? I don't know what could be the problem, but it seems now that it seems to be stable. Now that it is definitely converted into a station. Okay, that we will keep it that way. And one thing I want to do now is try to land this ship. It at the moment has weight on it. It has a lot of blocks on it, and we can estimate if we need more thrusters later. So if we are not able to land this thing, then we definitely need more blocks, not more blocks, more thrusters to make it landable. Also, what's up with the hydrogen? Is that enough hydrogen for us, or do we have to bring in more? We'll just bring it down close to the station. I think there we can fill it up with hydrogen or with ice again. That should be possible. Whew. Okay, let me save the game. I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do this in a way where I can reload the game. Just reload the game. I will not. Normally, I'm trying to be the guy that doesn't rebuild or something like that, or no, that doesn't rebuild, that rebuilds if I lose something. Here I want to now just use the save function if possible. So let us go into gravity. As soon as we reach planetary gravity, we can turn off the thrusters, I think. I want to chicken out and now just see what happens. But, oh, that works out nice. That works out nicely. At the moment it's still, and it seems to have a lot of power, even in gravity. So we can fall a bit more and see what happens there. At the moment I'm even trying to speed up the whole... My layout changed again. The layout changed again. That's just bad, and I don't know where that comes from. What did I press? That changes it, maybe. I know that there's a keyboard shortcut that makes that happen. Yeah, okay, I know it now. That's that changes the dampeners and the turning the whole ship off. That's nothing I want at the moment. Not right now, please. Ooh. It still seems to have enough power to be able to hold itself up. The dampeners are off, thrusters are on, cruise is off. Now the thrusters are firing. They do this to counteract gravity, I think. So now we shouldn't get faster, at least. The problem with this is that we are losing hydrogen. You can see that there, 71, 70, and so maybe it's not a good thing to have that right now. I will turn off the thrusters. I turned them off already, so that this is not nice. This is not feeling good. I'm not falling fast, but that I'm losing hydrogen this quick, that's making me that is making me anxious. So let us 4 kilometers. 4. Come on. And we are dropping with 100 meters per second. At least we are not too fast. But I think we can't do a lot of flying here. So let us turn the dampeners on. And then let us land this ship as fast as we can somewhere where we can. Okay, don't make these noises. Don't make these noises. That's not nice. We are at 20. We are at 15, 14. That will not end well. This will not end well, I think. This will not end well. And we are out. Nah, that's not nice. We need to do something about this. So let us load again. What could it be? The things we might have to do. We could add more hydrogen. That's one thing we could do. And we also could look into adding more ice so that we on the way down can at least counteract a bit of the problem that we have with the hydrogen production, because I think the problem that we have with these types of ships is that they use up a lot of ice to get into space, and then while we are using them in planetary gravity, they use up a lot of ice. We could add atmospheric thrusters. That's one thing that we could do to counteract the gravity and maybe not lose so much hydrogen on the way down. What else could we do? a thing that we have to think about. I will fly back to the asteroid base. We will continue building on this ship, and I will think about a way how we can maybe solve our problem with gravity. Yeah, the best way would be to put on atmospheric thrusters, so that once, if we are in gravity at one point and then around the 8,000 meters, we should stop losing hydrogen then, if we put on a few thrusters. But again, on the other hand, it would be neater if we could just deal with the problem with just adding more hydrogen tanks, or if we could we still have the space down here, so we could put on 2 more hydrogen tanks. I don't know how much weight they will put onto the ship, so that's a bit of a thing. Let me see if they fit in there, or if we have to do something about it. Oh, they don't fit in there. So this, it should be enough space for it, or it's 5? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, no, 1. Yeah, it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would remove this side part, then we could fit 1 more under the wing. But I don't know where I would fill it from. Yeah, that will that will be a thing that we have to think about. Yeah, again, I will fly it back, and we will work more on it on the asteroid base. Not today, I will do that in the meantime, and I think I will end the episode for today. That was a good test. We anchored this station. Again, this will, for now, it will just stay here. Where's the sun? There's the sun. This thing can, the moment, survive on its own. The sun, this whole thing should be enough to, or is it? Maybe I turn off the thrusters so they don't use up any energy. Solar panel 100, 119, the antenna 200, and the control station doesn't use anything. The gyroscope is, we can turn that off. Programmable block, how much does the programmable block need? I think not a lot. Can we see it here? Otherwise, we have the reactor on it, so that should, yeah, that works out. We should have the if there's need for more energy, the reactor can just take over and help us out with this. Good people, I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Yeah. Yeah, see ya, guys.